This week we've got Ollie in. Ollie's been coming for about 4 or 5 years now. He just wants to tell you his story and obviously how things have progressed for him and where he's ended up to where he is today. Welcome, Ollie. Ollie, if you just want to tell the camera, obviously, when you first come in and obviously who you was in the past and a few things like that.
Yeah. Well, when I first came into Skinworks, I was a former person that I am now. I had no confidence. I wasn't going anywhere in life, and then I started getting tattoos, and I felt a lot better in myself.
When you first originally come in, obviously from how you look today, you've lost, is it around 5 or 6 stone?
Around that, yeah.
And how do you feel about that? Obviously, it's not just to talk about tattoos, but
no, it feels good towards my health as well. I feel better in myself from when I did 4 years ago, 5 years ago, and it's helped in every way, really.
Obviously, when you first come in, were you around 23 stone-ish?
Around that, yeah.
You used to come in with your mum a lot because I think you're obviously saying that she used to pay for a lot of your tattoos because she could see that you were becoming an active person, that you are a bit more active.
Yeah.
And do you just want to tell the camera, obviously, how it changed your life, really?
Even from the first tattoo, we went back, and I just said straight away, this is really going to help me. And she saw gradually that I was losing more weight bit by bit, and that's when we went full load and started paying for all my tattoos.
With you being such a young age and having so many tattoos, because I think you had like about 3 months where you were getting tattooed virtually every other day.
Yeah.
You've got your legs done, your arms done, your chest done. Do you think that you're still gonna, now you've lost quite a lot of weight and you're feeling confident, you've got a job, which you didn't have before?
No.
You've got a partner, I don't know his name, but obviously, do you think you're going to carry on still having them? Because obviously we haven't seen you for a while now, or is it something that you're just going to slow down because you've obviously got the confidence in?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to carry on having them. There's still quite a few spaces to fill. So with me not having a job last time and my mum having to do it all, this time now I've got a job, so I'll be coming in more regularly and getting everything filled up.
Do you just want to tell the camera a little bit about your past?
So growing up, it was a good childhood from my mum's side, but my dad's side were a bit different. He bullied me growing up because of the way I looked, because of how big I was, and it just got me really, really down. And then leading up to around, I'd say the age of 17, 18, I made the decision to just stay in my room, not see the world, not do anything, and that led me into a really deep, dark depression. But a couple of months into when I was 18, that's when I sat up and I thought, right, things need to change now.
So obviously, Ollie, if we maybe go back 8 years before you had any tattoos, and obviously you're a bit about 16, 17, do you want to tell us a bit about what you were like in the past?
So, I wasn't like I am today. You'd find me sleeping till 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, not giving care about what's going on in the world, and even my family had seen me probably 3 seconds out of that day, and that was to go downstairs, get a drink, and then I'll be back up in the room. It affected me more than people believe, but finally when I started realising that I needed to be in a different space in general, I gave me head a check, let's say.
So obviously when you were younger, your mum always, when she seen that you were having tattoos, did she recommend you to keep continuing having them? But what were it like on your father's side? What are you about, or what were his input?
Until he left, he were around for my first tattoo, that I had, and straight away the minute I went home, he's like, I don't like it. He shouldn't be having them, even though he's got them himself, but he was still all on the defensive about them. My mum was just happy that I was seeming to be a bit more happy in myself, and I think that's why she did carry on with getting on tattoos done.
So from coming to the shop, Ollie, you've had around 50 to 60 hours worth of tattoos. What one is your most painful and why?
I'd say probably my fingers were the most painful out of all of them. Every other tattoo I've felt a bit, but when it comes to my fingers, I was wincing in a bit of pain there.
So what's your plan for your next tattoo and what area are you thinking of having?
I'm thinking of continuing the family sleeve on my right hand side, so it'll go down my leg, finish my leg sleeve off.
Have you got anything big happening in 2022?
Yeah, some quite big things. I've got myself a new job. I've got myself a partner now, so that had never happened about 5 years ago. But yeah, some big things and hopefully some more tattoos in 2022 as well.
Have you got any advice for people out there who's young and a bit like yourself, who maybe were in the same position you were in?
Just try and sit to yourself for a bit and see what you can think in your head and see what's making you be like that. And there is always someone you can talk to as well.
Nice bit of advice there, Ollie. When Ollie originally come in, I remember seeing him stood at the desk with his mum holding her hand, and he said to me, look, as long as I get a good quality tattoo, you've got free reign to do what you want. And that's how the result turned out in the end, that he's had 2 sleeves and virtually 2 leg pieces done. And it were all my idea what we've done on his designs. I think he just booked in today. He's having his girlfriend's name put on him. It says Dave on his arm. So look forward to seeing you next week when we do that. So I hope you enjoyed Ollie's story there. Obviously, he's got tons of confidence now, and you might see him again in the future outside the shop doing the Christmas Santa Claus. When Ollie originally come in, he was a pretty laid out, chilled out person, and he kind of let me do.
Laid out?
What?
Laid back.
Laid back?
Said laid out.
Did I? You were laid out on the floor. I thought I said laid back. I could have sworn I said that. Ollie got laid out because he wouldn't let me do what I want. When Ollie first originally come in, he was a customer that had let me do anything I wanted to, tattoo wise. No, what's that again? I'm messing up now. I'm not used to this. When Ollie first come in, he was kind of customer that had be pretty relaxed and let me do whatever I wanted to. I can't stop laughing at that now.
You should have an outtake of that.
Yeah, I'm not doing this anymore now. You're ruining it for me, Ollie. What do you reckon to the job so far? Like, do you like it?
Yeah.
What's the hardest part about it?
Putting up with you.
Cheeky guy. That's a bad answer, that.
Thanks for watching. We'll be back again next week. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.